Shashi, if I may start with your comments, it used to be that the joint statement was the bane of any India-Pakistan encounter, and despite all attempts at caution, both sides would fall prey to that temptation. Do you believe that this time that little stumble has been averted quite deftly?
Barkha, I have to confess, I've been running around my constituency of Thiruvananthapuram all day, and therefore I haven't seen either the joint press conference and can't
there wasn't
whether
one.
a statement was
I'm
issued.
saying there wasn't one,
There
and other
wasn't
than the brief
one.
statement, and that I thought was quite smart.
Well, I think that was probably the right thing to do. After all, this was, as you so cleverly put it, Dargah diplomacy. It's not really an exercise in formal summitry, and only formal summits require formal statements. So if they avoided a statement, so much the better. I think the fact is that, from an Indian point of view, we are signaling that we pretty much realize that not talking is a policy that has outlived its utility. After 26/11, it was right that we refused to talk. It was right that we demanded Pakistan do certain things, the famous business about dismantling the infrastructure of terrorism and all of that. But to keep on not talking merely made us look intransigent when that policy had stopped paying the rewards that it initially paid. So what I think we're doing now is we're signaling, look, we'll talk. We haven't completely given up on our demands, but we realize that we need to actually engage with the people on the other side of the border who are prepared to engage with us. And I think that's a worthwhile step in itself. It doesn't need a statement to advertise it.
All right, Dr. Sanjay Baru, in a very interesting piece penned in the Indian Express, you spoke about the time that you were in government, serving as media advisor to the Prime Minister, and how you did, in a sense, suggest, much to the horror of some bureaucrats of the bureaucratic establishment, that it was time for the Prime Minister to reach out to General Pervez Musharraf. You also made the point that it is time now for Dr. Manmohan Singh to get over the abstraction of accepting the invitation to Pakistan and simply do it. What do you think it would achieve?
Well, first of all, he has not been to Pakistan. It's the only important country in the world from India's point of view that he has not been to in 7 years of his prime ministership. And I don't think he should end his two-term prime ministership without visiting Pakistan. And I don't think that, you can actually think of an ideal date. Just as President Zardari suddenly found a reason and came here, we should look for a reason and go.
Nankana Sahib?
Whatever. I mean, why? A Prime Minister should visit his village. There is a school named after him in village Gah. And the entire...
From Dargah to Gah?
From Dargah to Gah. And the entire power, the village power supply is managed by TERI, the Energy and Research Institute in Delhi. And that village has been inviting him. So he should actually take that as a good reason to visit his village and thereby visit Pakistan. I think, first of all, the conversation started not today. The conversation started...
It's been on for years,
It's been on for years, and the Prime Minister met Mr. Gilani in Thimphu, which was really, you remember the Thimphu spirit everybody talked about. I think the real problem in both countries is that both governments have been preoccupied with domestic situations. And as the domestic situation has eased, I think there is now some energy to look at the bilateral relationship.
Okay. Dr. Farooq Abdullah is also joining us. We'll also be getting a perspective from Yashwant Sinha in a moment. But Farooq Abdullah, to you first. Your son Omar recounted a quite a funny story today about how he had a bet of ₹1 with President Zardari. When President Zardari said he'd like to come and visit Jammu and Kashmir, and Omar said, "I'm betting you that you won't be able to." And he said he'd won his bet, but he looks forward to the day that Asif Ali Zardari can come to Kashmir, and that Kashmiri politicians like yourself can go to Mirpur or Muzaffarabad. Do you actually believe that things have changed enough where that might be possible one day?
I think if there is a will, there is always a way. I think time has come when India should move forward rapidly and create better understanding between the two nations. Zardari has done it by coming to India and visiting the Dargah. And I think the Prime Minister should also make a move in that direction. And it will be a wonderful thing if President Zardari comes to Kashmir, and we could go to Muzaffarabad and Mirpur. I have an invitation from Mirpur. I don't know whether I'll be able to make it.
Are you going to take the bus across the line of control, Farooq Saab?
I would like to take anything across the line if situation allows it.
But more seriously, and this question to both Farooq Abdullah and Shashi Tharoor, and then I'll take it back to Dr. Baru. Farooq Abdullah, to you first. The concern has been, and this is the concern expressed by several people, that terrorism, in a sense, is now the main issue. It's no longer Kashmir. There was a time when the K word used to break down talks, but now this seems almost a workable template for a solution should that day arise when other issues for India are resolved, in particular terrorism. Do you also believe, Farooq Abdullah, that Kashmir is no longer the dominant issue between the two countries?
I think for Pakistani it is definitely a dominant issue. Do not underplay it. I think even for people of this state, they would like to have a permanent solution. We're all the time suffering. It's our people who suffer. Militancy is all there. You have seen how 20 years we have suffered.
Do you have the IndiTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at inditvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.